Today, we're going to experience a movie that would have made all the D.A.R.E campaigns from the 80s worth billions in today's standards. The church's perception of the devil's lettuce, a movie so bad that it spawned a bunch of unneeded sequels. The Evil Bong. Now, to give a little backstory to Evil Bong, this movie was made in 2006 by director Charles Band, who is known for his freakishly long franchise of Puppet Master, a series that I'm definitely gonna have to check out in my own time. This movie stars a couple people like David Whitehoff, who was shortly featured in Scrubs, John Patrick Jordan, who is in American Pie: The Book of Love, and finally Mitch Eakins, who was in nothing too predominantly known, so we're just gonna move on from that. And of course, this would not be a Pothead's Paradise of a movie without Tommy freaking Chong in it. But does this cast and crew have what it takes to make a really good movie? Or will I have to be high to even comprehend what's going on? Let's get into it. Side note before we begin, I quickly made a tier list for all these movies to follow along with as I'm doing them. And right now here are the other two, Rubber and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Not too good. Let's see if Evil Bong will be better. The movie starts off with Al, or Alistair, fumbling into the house of Larnell, and then we quickly get introduced to all the other people in the house. We have Bach, who is just a really lousy Shaggy impersonator.
Call me Bachman, man. Like the Roman god of party.
Yeah, dude.
Brett, who is a disgruntled baseball player because of a little token torn hamstring that got him pulled off the team. And finally, there's Larnell, who I can't fucking stand acting in this movie. His acting is like a bag of goddamn croutons. Stale.
What do you want, bro?
Larnell then looks into buying this specific kind of bong that's really spooky. He even has an advisory about side effects from the bong, which I have to say, shouldn't you be concerned if a product has side effects that normally wouldn't be with a product?
Seller not responsible for possible bad side effects. We gotta have it.
Now, after we see these four goofy bastards, their transition kicks in. And this is something that happens quite often in this movie, and I don't understand why. The transition is so goddamn bad, I even used it for this video, because it's just that bad. We then see, I think, Larnell play Super Mario Bros. And I went off on a rant in the recording about this. By the way, those are the wrong damn sounds for Super Mario Bros. Those are the wrong damn sounds.
Check it out, bro. I was on level 15 and you just shit on me.
That is not level 15! That is fucking level 1! What are you talking about? You know, and in no time, he obviously gets it at his door, and that's when Brett lets us in on a little bit of Larnell's backstory. Brett states that Larnell is actually one rich little bastard. A lot of the money that he has acquired came from his grandfather after he got into an accident. But because of all the excessive pot smoking, eventually his grandfather kicked him out of his house and cut off all of his money. I was gonna have a nice place, then I got high. Ooh. Everyone but Al decides they're going to take one to the head, but I have a serious question about this. Does the type of bong change the type of hit that you get? Like, I'm not buying into the fact that these dudes have never smoked a bong before, but they make it seem like this is the first time they've ever did a bong rip. So I asked someone that has Cheech and Chong levels of experience with marijuana, THYFUZZY. And after I did some investigative journalism, I can finally come to you guys with an answer saying that all of this is Hollywood bullshit. It's not surprising, but hey, it's for science purposes, so it is what it is. Guys, go check her out. I'm gonna have her channel listed in the description and in the pinned comment down below. She has tons of videos about marijuana. I'm not much of a weed smoker, but I do find her content to be really fun and very relaxing to watch. Anyways, let's just get back to it. Bach's been hitting the bong a little bit too hard, as Larnell implies, and all of a sudden he wakes up in a strip club. It beats the hell out of me why that happened. He walks up to this table to get a better look at this dancer, and when he looks to his right, there's a weird, creepy fucking doll. Don't worry about it, Bach, because you're about to kick the bucket. This dancer's skull bra kills him, and with one final monkey and one load from the creepy doll, Bach is dead. The next morning, they find Bach dead, and they also find that Larnell's grandfather is at the door. So while they're hiding the bong and the body, that's when Larnell's grandpa comes in, which I do have to ask, how the fuck did he not see Al hide the bong if he was already in the house? It just puzzles me. Once he walks in, he just lets a plethora of insults go at these guys.
Just an utter waste of human skin. About as much use as a soiled tampon. Disgusting pervert! I only hope that one day convicts will feast upon your scrotum sack.
Yo, I love this fucking grandpa, dude.
You useless, vulgar douchebag. This is your new grandmother we're talking about, not some two-bit loose floozy for you to defile with your nasty little penis.
Now, I'm about halfway into the movie at this point, and what I'm realizing is that there's bud, beer, boobs, and a lot of bad acting. And even if it's intentionally doing that, it's not doing a good job keeping me appealed to it. In fact, I think I was actually bouncing back and forth between YouTube and this movie because nothing was just keeping me attached to it. Later on, LARNELL'S sees this Bong talking to him, and after a little toke ticket to paradise, he is now in the same strip club as BACH. And speaking of the devil, there he is! This dancer has a shark bra that she uses to presumably kill LARNELL while making creepy faces at him. We're now back to Al, Janet, Luann, and Brett, who are playing a trivia game, and after Brett and Luann get done getting their ass kicked by these other two, they decide to smoke up. For some reason, Luann just goes batshit crazy and starts being really pushy and forward with Brett about a lot of things, and that made me uncomfortable to watch. After that embarrassing shit show, Luann passes out on Brett, and that means Al and Jeanette can get some little hanky-panky time. While they're committing some PDA, he starts getting suspicious about LARNELL'S lifeless yet still breathing body. They start talking about if the Bong is paranormal or supernatural, and around that time, that's when the Bong sucks up the souls of Brett and Luann in an effect that literally gets outshined by fucking Jaws 3D. While Brett and Luann are in the club, Brett remembers this girl from school and now she's a dancer. She says, "Hey, I remember what you told your friends earlier about me," and then just chomps down on his chode and presumably he dies that way. Karma's a bitch, man, what can I say? Al and Jeanette hear this thing talking to them, and another question arose on my mind. How the hell is Al actually talking to this thing without getting high from it? Maybe it's a contact high, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. I'm done, man. This movie makes no fucking sense. Jeanette collapses shortly after Tommy freaking Chong enters the room.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Jimbo, man.
Whoops, Jimbo. He starts saying that the Bong is evil. No shit. But his wife sold it to them, actually.
She sold all my shit, man. Sold my Hot Wheels collection.
No, not the Hot Wheels. He also explains that this Bong probably cannot be stopped, which then prompts Al to take his first ever Bong rip and then goes to the strip club where he was quickly seduced. Outside of the Bong, Jimbo decides to use a hammer, a chainsaw, and damn near commits domestic terrorism trying to end this Bong once and for all, but it doesn't go over too well when the Bong starts emitting a lot of smoke, which then subdues him. Just to summarize the rest of this movie, because I'm just getting fucking tired of just talking about it. Chong gives Al some vitamins, or whatever the hell. Al and Janet take them and suddenly become sober. Chong and the Bong have a final stand down where Chong straps the fucking dynamite to his chest and blows himself up sky high with the Bong. Everyone wakes up from their weed-induced comas and Chong finally gets what he wanted this whole movie. His goddamn Hot Wheels. Chong just honestly seems like he's just happy about Hot Wheels. This movie is tedious. Was it bad? Obviously. But was it as bad as Rubber or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Not by a fucking long shot. Now, I wasn't able to find the budget of this movie, but I did find out that it only made $91,000 in a worldwide box office, which actually puts this the lowest earned movie that I've covered so far. With all things considered, I'm rating this not so good. Isn't intentionally bad? Possibly. But does that mean it deserves a pass? Hell no, it doesn't. Also, I'm giving it this rating because of Tommy Chong. I love the guy, for real. Great actor, great person. Am I right about this movie being not good? Am I wrong about it? Let me know in the comment section, and while you're at it, go ahead and roll up that like button, smoke that sub button, and exhale the notification bell so you know when I upload next. Next week, I'm going to be covering Ginger Dead Man, which then is going to run into the very poorly done Freddy vs. Jason clone, Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. I am not looking forward to that one goddamn bit. Hey, and while you're at it, YouTube thinks that you should watch this video on screen. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It's a shitty movie, prepare to be disappointed. And with that, I'm your host with the most, going live from overseas to coast, blackout, going dark. I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it brutal, keep each other safe. Until next time, later.